Hello and namaste and welcome back to my channel. This is Neeraj here once again from Moscow, and in today's video I would like to talk about this how the rally which we had predicted for the commodities and metals and steel and iron ore, particularly this metal stocks, how the rally has happened, panned out, and why I think that it's time to book profits into this commodities and metals and steel stocks. Let's start this. Actually, which if you look at my the previous videos of so many, in last 6-7 months, I have come out with many interesting topics and that calls on the stocks. I had started saying that weakening of the US dollar and with the stimulus of US Fed and US Fed keeping interest rates and near term to zero, and it will continue to keep that very long time. I mean, at least for the next 2 years, you are not going to see that US Fed will do any tinkering with this interest rates. They will not increase, and that's why that a lot of liquidity is coming into this, and also because of the stimulus, there's all that liquidity of money is finding its way into this emerging and good emerging markets where the economic recovery is happening faster. Like in India, Korea, Taiwan. So these are the emerging markets where that's all this money will keep on going, and that's what it's happening. And with that kind of US interest rate remaining at zero, that we will see that if you remember 6 months back, I had given a call in June in one of my videos. You can see in this in my channel. When you subscribe, you will see all the videos that we had started giving call on this dollar weakening of the dollar, and that other currency rally, that euro rally, that from when the euro was at 1.10 US dollar. So for 1 euro there was a 1.104 dollar you can get. So we had told that there is at least a minimum of that rally up to 16% from here, where the euro can go up to dollar can weaken to 1.25 against euro. So for 1 euro you get 1.25 dollar in place of what was that at that time it was 1.104 dollar for 1 euro. So there was a 16% weakening, or you can say that of this US dollar. And once the US dollar weakens, so that's why we had given a call that all the commodities and particularly metals and steel, we had given a call in June 2020, only 6 months before. Only you can check all my videos that I reiterate buy on metals. I start giving call on gold and silver and metals, and also on iron ore because of this COVID pandemic. This Brazil, particularly Brazilian mines, had been impacted a lot, and all these Latin American mines had been impacted because of this COVID, where the production and lockdown, because where the production has suffered a massive in all the commodities, in all the metals basically, and that is the reason. Along with the weakening of the US dollar, we had given a call that you should get into this metal and commodity stocks and buy. And if you look at this, even we had given a call on this iron ore in June, when iron ore was around less than $100. It was around $97 per ton. And now you see, I mean, we had told that at least I see that it can go up to say $120-$130, a rally of around 30% from that time. And that's why that stocks can rally also that much extent. And if you see that already it has rallied more than 50%. It is now in today's it is touching at around $145 per ton, this iron ore, and that is also has led to the rally, fantastic rally in all this iron ore mining and steel stocks, because steel prices also had to go up. I mean, when the raw material prices goes up, not to that extent, but definitely they have to pass on some of this raw material increases. So having said that, now why I am I have come to the conclusion. It's my now call is that it's time to book profits into all the commodities and particularly into this metals and steel stocks, because I don't see. I mean, this US dollar. If you look at the euro US dollar, I see that we have reached to that 1.225, almost like it's now it's around. If I'll give you that now this euro is at what level against the US dollar. It is, say, in today's 1.212. So 1 euro equals to, you can fetch 1.212 US dollar. And we had given a call that it can go up to 1.25. So there is not much now scope for the depreciation or the weakening of the dollar. It can be around 3 to 4% more. So maybe, you know, all this stocks and commodities, maybe from here, from another 5 to 10% at max, it can, you know, go up. But in commodities, it's very dangerous to take a call or exactly when to exit and exactly when to get out, because you can just lose 4, 5, 10%. You can lose all the gains which you have gained over last 6 months, because all the stocks have more than tripled. You know, it's almost 3 times all the stocks, metal stocks have become, particularly the steel and iron ore stocks, which was my call basically. So I am giving a call that it's time to book profits into these metals and commodity stocks, because I think that you don't see much weakening of the US dollar from it. It may remain like this way, but that stocks may not go up much. So it's time to book profit. And what next? So I can see that once, you know, that confidence has started because of this coronavirus pandemic, at least people have started accepting, and vaccination news on vaccines front has been positive. Even though I will not talk about this, whether it helps or not, it's a different topic, and I am little cynic about all this vaccination things. But what it has done is that it has given a lot of confidence to the common people and the government to restart all the economic activities in a normal way. So that is what it is boosting, you know, this economy, particularly in India and in all these emerging markets, where the people have got confidence and they are going out and started doing and investing, and, you know, so this business, normal business activities have started. And today another news, positive booster news has come for this, particularly the market and the confidence of the people, is that International Air Transport Association, IATA, has come out with a kind of a idea that there can be a e-travel pass on the lines of, you know, yellow fever inoculation. If somebody wanted to travel to Africa, you had to get that yellow fever certification. So that on the lines of that, IATA is coming out. I mean, at least it is planning to come out from next year, some kind of a this inoculation regarding virus, also the digital some certification, so that it eases the travel and it restarts the travel normal way of travel between the countries and, you know, inside the country also. So I think that's the biggest booster for the confidence for normal activities, normalization of this world and economy. And if you look at this, so this is the now I think you can take a look into this, all this airline stocks, hotel industries, because, you know, this is the time to get this with this all this positive, at least confidence boosting stocks news coming from this market. So these are and having said that, even banks, you know, if you look at this Indian, particularly all the banks in India, particularly these private banks, they are sufficiently capitalized. I mean, it was a booster for this, that they were not no kind of NPS increase or anything, so they will be in a position to lend much more easily, and with all these things they will be lending it too. So more investment. So next step is the investment capex cycle happening next year, which I see that. So you can look into now the future infrastructure stocks. Banking anyway has rallied, but okay, infrastructure stocks, airlines, hotel industry, these are the kind of the construction, these are the stocks you have to look into this thing, because these are the future now, because already this technology and, you know, kind of Reliance kind of things are already gone up too much high, and I don't see any valuation comfort. So I give call on this, that you please book your profits from this commodities and metals and steel stocks, because this rally is almost over, and you can look into this infrastructure stocks, airlines, and construction and hotel industry. So this is what I just wanted to share my update with. Having said that, even oil industry, I still continue to be not bearish about oil, that there is not enough demand. It's going to happen. Even with the travel coming into, maybe it will touch $55, but that's it. So that's what it is my this is just I wanted to share my update with. Thanks a lot. And if you have any, all my details are there in the down box. And if you, I'll till the time I come out with some more interesting ideas in the next video. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.